Jesus Christ, WTF, welcome to These American Gods, a discussion podcast about the Star Series American Gods. I'm Tim Pickerel.
I'm very confused.
And I'm Mike Davron.
I don't know where I was going to go with that. I just wanted to say Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
Mike reminded me of it yesterday at the Metallica concert. If our throats sound a little messed up, it's because Metallica was here last night, and we went, and we had a good time.
It was awesome.
If my voice sounds very sultry and smooth, it's because I did not go to the Metallica concert.
Well, there you go. Would you like to host this episode then? Because
No, it's okay.
I'll hang back.
Yeah, I'm good. You go for it.
What? Oh yeah, because you were thinking like at the beginning of this episode when I saw this episode I thought Jesus Christ because we're big Tombstone fans, and that's what the one guy says when Curly Bill gets shot.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. And Jesus Christ is how we open the show. Mexican Jesus. We have the Chris Nays Minute, which is like a minute and 40 seconds. We'll go ahead and jump into that, and then we'll get into this episode, A Murder of Gods.
Hey guys.
Hey.
Sorry if my voice sucks. Blame Metallica.
Thanks, Metallica.
Common excuse.
Show opens with the Jimmy Lopez experience.
Racist.
I was going to make a Trump joke to have people let him know that this isn't real and that these Mexicans are not really entering illegally, but then he would probably love this because he gets shut up.
Is he saying Trump likes it because they got shot, or Jimmy likes it because they got shot?
I would think Trump supporters.
Okay.
And Trump probably.
Well, he said him, and then it opens with the Jimmy Lopez experience. So
I think can I break it down for you guys?
Please break it down for me.
All right, so
This is a discussion podcast about Chris's contributions to the show.
I think Chris is saying it's the Jimmy Lopez experience because Jimmy's ancestors crossed a river to get here.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just need a little more punctuation in my. Am I being a dick, Chris?
No,
I'm just saying,
no.
like it left some.
Jimmy's family is from Mexico.
Was he Mexican and Irish?
Why else would he say the Jimmy Lopez
yeah,
experience?
I think so.
No, I get it.
Okay.
He's Mexican and ginger, so I don't know if he's
funny
Mexican
when you
Irish.
explain it. You see, it's funnier when you explain it.
Because his last name's Lopez.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
Yeah. But he doesn't have that J-Lo booty, despite being
You
J-Lo.
don't know that?
No, I know.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I've known Jimmy a long time.
Oh, okay.
I've seen his booty.
All right. I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
If you want to know more about the Jimmy Lopez experience, check out Chris Nays' podcast, Bacon and Nays, because Jimmy is on it all the time.
I think in our hearts, we all want a Mexican Jesus. Mm-hmm. Am I right?
You're right.
Well, I mean Jesus, but yeah.
Shadow still being a whiny bitch about everything.
If all this shit was happening to you, wouldn't you just question fucking everything ever?
Once you're stabbed by a tree, you should just buy into everything.
Just be like, oh, that was just another Tuesday.
I don't know. I guess I understand him questioning, but if he's still not like on board of believing, that these things are possible when he fucking gets stabbed by a tree. Yeah, that's,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I want to revisit that.
You want to revisit
This conversation.
Okay. We're gonna continue with Chris and then go back to this. Okay,
Yeah.
or go back to that. Sure.
We are treated to more Laura and Mad Sweeney stuff.
Mm-hmm.
This time that equals you're a cunt.
I like that kind of math. That's
That's the new math. That's Common Core.
oh.
I've known Chris.
No cunt left behind.
I've known Chris for a long time. I think the most I've ever heard him say the word cunt is doing these podcasts.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
She's a leper cunt.
But that's the most any of us have actually used it. So because all the shows we watch are.
I don't know who you guys are hanging out with, but I use it on a daily basis. Like
She does.
regular conversation. It's bad.
Damn cunt.
She actually doesn't use it that much. Unless she uses it a lot at work, in which case.
That's all I say all day long.
So that's fun. This gives you an excuse to say it's a fun word to say.
It is a fun word to say. And if you don't like the word cunt, well, you're probably kind of a cunt.
That's why in today's political environment, the word cuck is so much fun to say. I love saying cuck. Like, I use it completely ironically because I want the word to die. Mm-hmm. But it has the aggressive C of cunt and then Fuck.
Yeah. Then both are great words. So you just mix both of them together.
Yeah.
All right.
And then, oh shit, Genie Weenie is back. Did not see that coming.
Well, Genie Weenie isn't back.
Yeah.
Genie Weenie's recipient's back.
Yep.
Right.
In person,
Although he is on the search for Genie Weenie.
He is.
Mm-hmm. You want some more of that genie dick?
Genie Weenies.
I can personally attest to this fact. No one in the world is this happy working in a factory.
We'll get back to that too.
American Gods, come for the weird ass stories, stay for the anal sex metaphors. Also, I can tell Laura is definitely feeling cold most of the time by her frost detectors. Ask Mike if you don't know what that means.
Mike, what does he mean?
Oh, my nipples.
That's what I assumed that meant. I didn't
Hurts
notice.
when you squeeze them.
Were her nipples prolific in this
I don't
episode?
remember. I wasn't paying attention.
They pretty much are.
All the time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's what happens
She
when
never
they're
wears
hungry.
I don't think she wears a bra or anything. but,
Yeah.
Well, I mean...
She got those hungry tits.
When you got hungry titties, you don't need to wear a bra on, so your nipples are going to be like showing a little more often.
But they are always hard.
This is where we need the more you know graphic to appear in the podcast or the video version of this. By the way, the video version of These American Gods, the last episode, outperformed the audio version.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So that
Sweet.
was interesting. I didn't.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah, I didn't. Well, there you go. Now you can. I didn't actually check to see how long people were staying to watch. I don't know if they stayed for the whole show, but it definitely got more click-throughs than our audio one.
Thank you for listening and watching.
Thank you very much. Yeah, and by all means, let us know what you think of the show, both this show and American Gods, because we'd like to hear from you.
Mm-hmm. And if you think we're cucks, you can tell us that too. I'm okay with that. I like any comments.
Yeah, you can just abuse Mike. It's karma for the way he treats Chris. But yeah, we talked about giving the show a rating and a review, but I think it helps make the show more better.
More better.
Makes the show better if we actually hear from you, as opposed to just saying leave us a rating and a review. So yeah, definitely drop us a line. We'd like to discuss whatever you think in our show.
Mm-hmm.
One question for you guys: can you please help me understand what is happening with the Vulcan guy? See you next week. Thanks for not being dickheads. Appreciate it. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Gosh, how does he not know what's going on with the Vulcan guy? Really, Chris? You've been watching this and you don't know? I'm just kidding, because I don't either.
Okay, so yeah, since Chris said that he doesn't understand what's going on with the Vulcan god, and you said you didn't understand what's going on with the Vulcan god, what's your question? I will answer it. We will answer it together.
I don't see a point.
You don't see a...
I don't know what's going on. Why did he kill him? Did they have a beef before?
Oh, no.
What'd I miss?
Okay.
He killed him because Vulcan sold them out to Mr. World.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, that makes sense. But I don't know. I guess it didn't come across as clear at that point, because he also said something about him making the sword, or he was saying to try to get back at him, or think of I don't know, like a rebuttal, or because Shadow was like, "Hey, that's disrespecting you,
right,
motherfucker."
Yeah, he said, I've been thinking of a rebuttal for a long time.
Yeah.
So,
and my friend is going to help me with that. So I thought he was saying Vulcan was going to help him with his own rebuttal.
Well,
right. That's what you could take it either way.
Yeah, I mean, either way, it kind of worked out that way. If Vulcan was going to side with the old gods and go down to Wisconsin for whatever Wednesday has planning, then you've got a kind of a god that likes bloodshed. So, but it turns out that since he was kind of forgotten about, and then America gave him a new life as a god of guns,
aka Trump supporters.
Now, this is where Mike gets the cut comment.
Goddamn libtard snowflake.
Oh my god.
Okay. Anyway, what I was saying. was shit. What was I saying?
Okay, so Vulcan is the god of volcanoes, and he found
AKA Ted Nugent.
Yeah, and so
It should have been Ted Nugent, right?
all along the entire time. So he found new life in this manufacturing of bullets, of weapons, that kind of thing. Like he is
a volcano in their hand.
All these volcanoes, like type things in this area. I mean, like, yeah, and the volcanoes in the hands, like they feel the power and the heat of my volcano, like in their hand once they explode it. I mean, explode it. What the fuck am I saying? I'm
Sounds dirty.
so tired.
You should have used it with your slower, sultrier, clear voice
Wait,
from the
hold on.
non-Metallica.
I'm sorry, guys. Let me slow it down for you.
Everybody close your eyes.
And when they feel it in their hand, and it explodes.
When my volcano explodes all over their face, neck, and chest.
Fuck you guys.
He got kind of thrown into his own volcano.
Yeah, so...
Off with his head.
Well, so like the new gods gave him like a new life, and he sold them. He was kind of playing both sides, but really what he was doing was kind of buying time for Mr. World to come in and get Wednesday and Shadow. So that's why he actually went through the process of making the sword. And then he got his fucking head cut off. So
okay,
does that kind of make sense? Okay,
sure.
Does that make sense, Chris?
Yeah, I like that.
All right, great.
It's definitely clearer now. Can a god even die like that?
I mean, they killed Mexican Jesus.
Yeah, but like, doesn't belief keep you alive? Like, if people like that whole town's not going to stop believing, right?
Let's say
maybe he could come back as Ted Nugent.
Maybe he is Ted Nugent.
Cat scratch.
This has already happened.
It's a good question. Like, if we see him again, that would be an answer to that question.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just curious how that works. So
I don't know.
It seems like you should be able to kill a god. Otherwise, what are they going to war for if they can't kill each other?
I mean, if that sword was made for a god, don't you think it could kill a god?
Well, I mean, bullets can kill a god. They killed Jesus.
Yeah, but Jesus
Vulcan's
was...
And it wasn't the Jews this time.
Jesus... Wow. Too soon, Mike. No.
2,000 years, not enough time.
No, Jesus was new on the land, right? Like, he just got here. So maybe his...
Fresh off the boat, Jesus.
Maybe he wasn't as... Maybe he wasn't as strong as the other gods who have been around a long time.
Yeah.
A lot longer. I mean, okay, what was... oh, God, what was that name? Nanubi? Like, from the last one, the intro from the last one? Do you remember that?
Yeah, I don't remember. That was such a weird name.
Okay. Anyway, that god died, but it was just forgotten and then, like, turned to dust, essentially. So gods can die if they're forgotten, but that maybe Vulcan will come back. I don't know.
Unless
He'll still be alive in the bullets.
Maybe.
Well, he's cursed in the bullets.
Yeah, all those bullets are cursed now. So what would be interesting to see is what happens with those bullets
That'd
when
be
they get
awesome. All of
shot.
them just blowing up in people's faces.
I assumed
Like,
I assumed we were going to see, like towards the end of the episode, kind of like a similar scene that they opened with the coming to America scene, but when they go to shoot the people coming in, everything blew up in their faces.
maybe that town's going to start using those bullets, and it's going to go bad, and they'll start losing their faith. That way, he can never come back.
Ooh. Oh, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, if they don't, because he's a brand, right?
Right.
Yeah, pretty much.
So if there's no
there's no faith in the brand.
there's no faith in the brand, like, yeah,
Interesting. Yeah.
it's a good way to look at it. I like that. Everybody else is, well, yeah, obviously that's what it is, dummies. Hey,
Look, we have to talk these things out.
we have to talk about something. Somewhere out there, somebody who's listening who didn't put that together. So
right.
you're welcome. You're welcome.
Thought you were pointing at Mike there for a second.
You are also
Well,
welcome.
thank you. Thank you.
Well, I did explain it to him.
That's true.
We explained it.
No, I tried. I failed miserably though.
You started getting into sexy time with Vulcan.
You guys just took that the wrong way. I wasn't even thinking about sexy time.
Sure.
Fine.
You're the one that stopped it right in the middle. It's like, what am I saying?
I said exploding.
And Shadow, when
That's
he
not what
cut his head
guns
off,
do.
was like, "Oh Jesus Christ! What are you doing?"
Like, yeah, it's like, why do you care? It's like he's basically alluding to the fact that he wants to hang you. Like everybody in that town was looking at him like they wanted to lynch him.
Why'd you do it? Don't do that.
Going back to the no boss ever looks that happy, or nobody in manufacturing ever looks that happy. I love that entire scene. This episode, like I've said before, that I really like the I don't know, what do you call it, cinematography, filmography, whatever. Like however they do the editing and transitions and things like that, and the juxtaposition in tone. I think this has been my favorite episode so far, just in how well they did it with this episode, with the. Because as soon as it, like, you know the tone of this show, so as soon as that like peppy music hits and that guy with the song he's going through, you know something horrible is going to happen.
Yep.
And as soon as the boss puts his hand on that rail and it breaks, Sarah's like freaking out, like her hands on her mouth, and like she's like, "Oh my god, this is so horrible." I meanwhile am laughing my ass
I
off.
looked over him. I'm like, "You're horrible."
It's like
this guy's dying an awful death, and you're laughing.
And it's like, and I'm like, no, it's the sound, it's the juxtaposition between the two. It's like Tom Segura when the Chinese guy gets run over.
No, that's horrible. That is not funny. That is never funny.
That's true. It's not. That one's actually
that
not
one's
funny.
real life.
That is real life. That guy really got hurt. It is not funny to laugh at.
I should put in the show notes, I'm going to put a link to your mom's house where he's watching that video with his wife and Joe Rogan.
Awful.
Because that's like 5 minutes of pure, like, you get to see what a maniac Tom Segura is.
It's just
The audio was funny. And then I looked up the video. I'm like,
no,
it's horrible.
It's not so funny.
It's not funny
He got
at
all
all.
fucked up.
Yeah.
Mike had 12 beers at the Metallica concert, so he's getting fat like Bert.
Yeah, and probably 10 beers before the concert. Oh my god. Yeah.
Oh, shit, Mike.
Mike's the.
Do you remember the concert?
I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not as much as I should.
Yeah.
But
Well.
I definitely
like just blank.
I definitely saw somebody.
Give some smoochies.
Smoochies.
What?
Mike was. I didn't tell her.
Oh.
If you'd like to tell her.
Yeah, I want to hear about the smooshies.
I don't know. There was some random girl when we were leaving, and she went up to kiss me. Like I didn't even talk to her. I probably said, "Hey, how's it?" Or
Was she
said
cute?
something as a.
No, she was like in her late 40s, early 50s.
Oh.
Not that she wasn't.
So
cute.
she was garbage.
She wasn't
so
like
she was
ugly
garbage
or something.
people.
But
She wasn't
was
ugly,
like
but she.
garbage people.
You can tell. You could tell that she was somebody who parties hard.
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
So she was having a good time, and she thought you were cute, and she was
I
just
have no
like,
idea because it like was just out of nowhere. And she went up to try to kiss me, and I'm like, "Oh God!" And turned my head away.
No, he was like, "Oh God!"
"Oh my god,
That's
so weird."
It was really weird.
And then she proceeded to tell him that she kissed 100 girls that night,
Oh god,
and she has pictures of all of them.
no, that's so gross.
So Mike also kissed 101 girls last night.
Oh my!
And
you got tested today?
yeah, how do your lips feel this morning or this evening?
They're swollen. They're falling off.
Shit.
Yeah. So it was really weird.
That is awful.
I don't know what drug she was on, but
Mike's sacrificing his lips to
I
the
got
god
really
of love.
excited for a second. I was like, Mike, yeah, put moves on somebody. It was like, no.
Mike was molested by a metalhead woman at the Metallica concert last night.
That's not the story I was expecting.
No, it's way better.
oh yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Good times.
Well, I mean, they'll probably be back in another 9 years, and we'll see. We'll see if this misconnection might get rekindled.
Oh, she'll probably be there like, "Hey, you want some smoochies? Give you some smoochies, sweetie."
Oh my god. Wow.
That's what I do to my daughter.
I guess
You say it. You talk to her like that.
So weedy, you want some smoochies?
Oh my God.
they were talking
Is your-
about.
Oh, go ahead.
They were talking about going to Frank's house, knocking on the kid's bedroom window. I said Mike should put on a mask and knock on the window and go, "You want some smoochies?"
You're gonna terrorize those kids. They're gonna have nightmares for years. Never understand, why did Uncle Mike do that?
And the best part is that this is going to be the first Frank hears of it because Frank listens to the show.
It's true.
And Mike's coming for your kids, and he's going to offer them smoochies.
Lock up your kids. Lock up your wife.
Because that smoochie ain't everybody up in here.
Oh my God.
Fine you for smoochies.
What show are we doing right now?
I am.
Welcome to Smoochies.
Population everybody. I'm your host, Dr. Love. You get to rekindle your character.
Oh, man.
The branding.
Smoochies.
Got your love gun.
Yeah.
Gotta love guns. Back
What
to
about
these American
Jesus?
gods.
Yeah, where were we at?
I forgot.
Okay.
We were talking about.
We were wrapping up the Vulcan part. We were talking about branding. And,
There was a part that I didn't really like when they're shooting the guns in the air and the bullets just fly directly back down. That doesn't happen. No.
Really?
No.
Yeah, none of them shot straight up in the air.
Even if
Oh.
you shoot straight up in the air, it's not going to fall straight down.
That's
I mean, you're
true.
shooting, it's going to fly probably 10,000 feet in the air.
And
There's
then
gonna
by then the earth is
wind
turned.
and-
So you have a problem
you
with
know.
the physics of this show?
Yes.
Okay.
And with the slow-mo of when they're shooting the guns, I'm pretty sure there's shells dropping that have full bullets. And they're not empty
Yeah.
shells.
Yeah.
Well,
It just distracted me.
if there's,
I was like, what?
Okay.
let me defend the people who make the shows. The liberal media doesn't know a lot about guns.
Is this liberal media? Is this
Here,
show liberal media?
We'll say Vulcan had control
If
over
you-
the bullets and made them fall directly
he
back.
Okay,
refilled the
alright.
bullets
So-
in
Sure.
the air.
Sure.
I think if you've ever watched any of the behind-the-scenes stuff that airs after the episode
Yeah.
on the when we watch it on demand, it's pretty clear that these guys are pretty liberal. But I mean, if you were a fan of the book or you're a fan of Neil Gaiman, you also know that like Neil Gaiman's pretty liberal
That's
too.
true.
So
Yeah, Neil Gaiman is not shy about that.
that's the best part is like going on Facebook and watching all the people complain about how like politics and shit's being shoved down their throats in this show.
Wow. Whatever.
Yeah.
I just don't like all the music, background music being shoved down my ears.
What?
Do you guys notice that? Like
you
the
don't
whole
like
episode.
background music.
The whole episode has music.
Da-da-da-da-da.
There's not one point in this episode
That's
that doesn't have
true.
background music.
I've never
and
actually
for me,
noticed
it doesn't
that.
do anything for the story, and it's distracting to me.
I haven't noticed that.
So yeah, alright.
I only commented on the intro music is really like it's nerve wracking.
It's like
it's awful.
It's like American Horror Story, where it's very disconcerting.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
But I mean, I skip over that anyway. So.
Do
But
you?
Yeah.
We don't. We watch
Yeah,
it
I
every
watch it
single
too.
time.
I like it. I mean, I don't like the music, but I like the intro sequence.
Yeah,
And then he
saying.
rewinds it and we watch it again. I was like, oh no.
Then my volcano explodes.
Oh,
Yeah, well, that's a side story.
I don't know if it's the sound bar that I'm using to watch the show on, but the one thing that I had a real problem with this episode, maybe it was like the music in the background, but when Wednesday is healing Shadow, I could not tell what the fuck he was saying.
I
yeah, it
couldn't
was a little
either.
difficult to hear them.
Yeah.
So
To hear about Mr. Wood.
yeah, I mean, I caught that part. I mean, I caught like bits and pieces of it, but I swear I probably only caught like maybe 75% of the words he was saying. It's like I need to like go back and
Use the closed captions.
I need to use closed captioning on this show, I think, because it's not the first time you guys have talked about something that I've completely missed because I just didn't hear it.
Yep. It does make a difference.
Now, granted,
It is kind of distracting, though, sometimes watching the closed captions, too, though.
and that was before I damaged my ears with Metallica. So, because we watched it a few hours before we left.
These people need some better names. Can you think of better names besides, like, Mr. Wood,
What, you like Mr. Pine better?
I don't know.
Mr. Cedar?
Sure. I don't know.
Mr. Ash Cedar Pine.
Well, the god of planks is a completely different god in America.
Yeah, well, all he does
planking.
all he does is plank everywhere.
I thought that fad was dead. He's probably dead now.
He's working on his core.
No, people still believe in planking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's not.
If you believe in
There's
planking.
still a few. He's just not as strong as he used to be.
Man, we are all over the place.
We are.
It's fun.
We have no.
We have fun here.
Can't we just have fun, guys?
Yeah.
Can't we just have fun? God.
Camera's there.
I know. I did
You're looking
too.
at the
I
screen.
want to look over here, but really, I just want to have fun, guys. That's all we want.
Isn't that what we all want?
So the other god's going to be pissed off that Wednesday killed another god?
Maybe. I don't know. This didn't happen in the book. We have no idea.
Yeah, Vulcan's not in the book.
Oh, okay.
They've completely gone off script.
Yeah, Wednesday didn't have a sword.
Okay.
Yeah, at this point, the show's completely different from the books.
Yeah.
Except for him trying to get to Wisconsin at this point. But yeah, there's no Mad Sweeney Laura Moon sideshow with the gin. Like, you see the gin once, or the taxi driver once. That's it. Mad Sweeney you see a couple times, but that's it.
Now, did Vulcan make a sheath for that sword, or is he just going to have to hold it in his hand the whole time?
Yeah.
Have Shadow hold it on his hip for him?
Yeah.
Like, just stand right here and hold that
Just
next to
gonna
me.
hold that.
Yeah, Wednesday has no sword in the book at all, so...
Yeah, so this is new.
It's a nice sword, though.
It was beautiful. It was very
And they'll
Game of
just-
Thrones-esque.
They'll just keep it in the trunk. And then they'll
That's what I was
and then they'll just get pulled over by a police officer.
Are they going to get all those dents fixed?
Yeah, probably not. They don't care. It's just a car. So
The god of dent removal.
Yeah.
That's their next stop.
Oh my God.
Midas.
Yeah.
Midas, the god of dent removal.
Meineke.
Fantastic. So okay, let's recap. Shadow's being a little bitch. He's being a whiny little bitch. Do you guys agree with that statement that Chris made?
Yeah, I'll give it to him.
I guess he's kind of whiny, but I didn't think he was as whiny this episode. It was more like he was actually questioning me, like, "What the fuck, man? You don't seem like any of this is, you're not even questioning any of it. I am. I'm freaking the fuck out."
Exactly.
Yeah, I think in this one it was more justified, and I like the what's the word I'm looking for? I like the way he presents it to Wednesday, like you were saying, with that you're not questioning any of this.
And Wednesday's just like, you're not questioning anything. You aren't asking the right questions.
Yeah.
Basically. But I don't think that he's being whiny. I think he is just not fully understanding what the fuck is going on still. Even though he's been exposed to all this stuff, it's still very confusing. Wait a minute, there's a god of volcanoes. Is he a real god? Is this guy for real? Do you trust this guy? And then asking about, that fucking tree. Are you kidding me? What the fuck was that?
Yeah, little baby tree inside him, little baby Groot.
Yes, little baby Groot. Was clawing his way in. Oh, so gross. But yeah, I'd be asking questions too. I don't think he was being whiny. I think he was just trying to understand what was happening.
I think it's justified to whine a little bit when you've been impaled by a tree.
Yeah.
And they pulled that thing out, but they didn't sew him up or anything. Still got a gaping wound. He just doesn't have a baby Groot in him.
That's what a charm's for. Charm to heal him. Yeah, he has charms for everything.
It didn't seem like it worked though. He's still holding his side the whole episode.
Well, he doesn't have any lucky charms. And neither do I anymore. Because that cunt's got my coin.
Yep.
Yeah.
But he can see Laura, apparently.
Yeah.
Where she's at.
Well, I think the coin connects them. It has to. I mean, did you see the
Probably.
glow in his eyes when that happened?
Yeah, that's
And that could be why Mad Sweeney knew exactly where she was too, because he still kind of connected the coin, I guess.
Maybe.
Well, no, he didn't know where the coin was. Shadow had to tell him to...
Oh, that's right. To look for
it.
To go to Laura's grave. And then
but then after he saw that Laura, he didn't know where Laura was though, right? And somehow found her in the hotel.
Right.
Well, provided he wasn't looking for Shadow.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
It's just lucky.
Okay.
Lucky or unlucky, depending on how you look at it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It did seem weird that they went back to the crocodile bar.
Yeah, that was really confusing to me. And I didn't know why, because like I figured, what are you doing? Like, don't you want to be resurrected?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you don't want to be soup.
Right.
So I guess they did go there because I guess her family lives right there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, family's right around the corner, which I don't understand, like, why she would want to even see her family.
Right, yeah, fuck those assholes.
Yeah, fuck those assholes. I like anal sex. Fuck my asshole.
There's my
Not
new.
me, her.
There's my
That's
new.
what she says. I'm not saying this.
There's my new
I
ringtone.
was just going to say that. Ah.
You can buy. Go to our Bandcamp and buy a mic saying "fuck my asshole" as a ringtone. 99 cents.
Fuck my asshole. Fuck my asshole. Fuck my asshole. Fuck it.
So good.
There we go. That's 99 cents right there. It'll be interesting to see where this whole like trio of Sweeney, is it Salim?
I don't know.
Salim, not Salim.
Yeah, right. It is Salim.
How does that work? Did he forget who he was? Does he not remember who he is?
No, he's saying that since that life is gone, he's not Salim anymore.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
he just doesn't know. He has no identity right now. He's assumed the life of a different life. He left the old life behind.
Okay.
So.
But he remembers the old life.
Oh yeah.
It's not. It's just a changing his identity, changing his. That's all it is, right? Okay.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, he was being poetic. Or melodramatic, whichever way you want to take it.
Okay. He's snoring. That's the cat.
Oh! Jesus. Just weird sound in my headphones. I didn't know if somebody was mowing the lawn. Or,
No.
I don't know if it's picking up on the show, but it definitely sounds
Our
like...
cat has sleep apnea, and we have a GoFundMe page to raise money for
to get his sinuses drilled.
to get a little
A
CPAP
tiny CPAP machine.
for our kitty
for
cat.
his face.
Unfortunately, it'll be a permanently
He's
affixed
going to
to
look like Bane Cat.
So funny. Oh my god.
Feed me. And you have my permission to die.
I can see in the darkness.
I
With my cat
born in
eyes.
it.
I don't know. I was just delighted to see them back together, the whole gang back together again. Mad Sweeney and Laura. Just, yeah. Oh my gosh. And when she said, if you say that word one more time, I'm going to peel those lips right off your. What did she say? How did she say it? I don't know. But she's going to peel his lips off of him, basically. It's great.
He's called her a leprechaun.
I don't remember the previews for the next episode.
I forgot the previews too.
Yeah. Do you guys want to talk
It
about.
almost looked like there was an accident with some big truck or like delivery truck. Almost looked like ice cream truck or something. And then it looked like, I think the last scene looked like the coin was on the ground.
Oh.
And it looked like Mad Sweeney was picking it up.
Oh, I totally missed all of that. I didn't watch the preview for next week.
So I don't know. It might not be him because it just shows the boots. Like it shows close up like
Of boots and hand.
boots and yeah.
Was
and
it-
Boots and
grabbing.
pants and boots and pants and boots and pants and boots and pants and boots and pants.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to talk about
Boots
Jesus?
and coin and boots and coins.
Do you guys have time to talk about Jesus?
Can we spare a moment to talk about Jesus?
Let's talk about Jesus.
Sure.
Do you think that when those people crossed and the trucks arrived,
Crossed, I get it, because it's Jesus.
and when the trucks arrived, did you think in that moment that was the patrol, or I don't know, what do you call
Border Patrol?
Border
It's like
Patrol.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Did
say
you-
it's like the
did you-
government border patrol.
did you-
I think it's like some good old boys.
Yeah,
So it's more like a militia, like
I would think so.
It's like the
people who
Ted
take
Nugent
it
fan club, yeah.
upon themselves to just have a good time. Let's have some beers, guys, and let's gun down a whole family of people just trying to make a better lives for themselves.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I was thinking. I was like, that's pretty insane. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, we just show up. Hey, this is what we do on Saturday night.
Mm-hmm.
Pound a bunch of beers and get in our big old trucks.
Big old trucks.
And then we do the work of God. Because you saw that guy's rifle.
Yeah, I did. And
Like Kingdom Come, I think.
yeah, they will be done.
It's the very interesting, again, juxtaposition between two different sides of the coin of Christianity.
Yeah.
No, it's my Jesus.
Yeah.
It's not my Jesus.
I'm waiting for white Jesus.
Right.
Well, I was actually...
Trump Jesus.
Oh, God. Oh.
In orange we trust.
Jesus Trump.
No, I
Jesus
was...
Nugent.
No, stop.
Okay. When I was talking before about how I thought it would be cool if they ended the show with the same good old boys with the cursed bullets, I actually expected at the end of when the Coming to America scene was like closing, I actually expected one of the rifle people to be another Jesus. I was actually expecting it. I was actually
You're expecting Jesus to be killing Jesus?
Yeah. I was expecting the white Jesus that is believed in by those guys to be the one that shot the Mexican Jesus that the immigrants believed in.
That's interesting.
But they didn't do that. But hey, listen, American Gods, that camera. If you want to hire me to give you ideas like that, you let me know. Because I'm not doing anything except talking into a microphone and making dick jokes right now. I just think that was cool. Hey, what else? Anything else about Jesus you'd like to talk about?
Well, he is our Lord and Savior.
And
if you want to be saved,
he died
anybody,
for our sins. And if you want to, give your soul over to Jesus, you should probably go talk to somebody who knows more about that than I do.
Okay. Well,
because I'm not the right person to discuss that with. But I just thought it was interesting that that he walked on water, and when he died,
oh, in
the shape of the
crucifixion.
the crucifixion, and then
A
tumbleweed magically appeared and gave him his crown of thorns or whatever.
Crown of weeds.
Crown of weeds. Crown of tumbleweeds. Which was just, it looked beautiful.
They do a
great
great job on this show with that stuff. Their imagery is amazing.
That was straight up on a candle kind of Jesus, like that's the t-shirt Jesus. That's the
no t-shirt Jesus is another Jesus completely. And you see him at Six Flags.
Oh, okay.
Buddy Christ.
Sorry. Yeah. Oh, and the bloodshot looked like his heart. Well, that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
It was just well done. Well done.
Good job. Good job. Good job on killing Jesus.
Well, he wouldn't be Jesus if he didn't resurrect himself.
That's right. He still, I guess.
He has to.
If he's not
be
a
I
part,
was going to say, has he been resurrected once already? Is he going to, is this the first time he's died?
Who
Mexican
knows?
Jesus?
Maybe he resurrects every 5 years. We don't know.
I don't know. I'm surprised he's not like a burnt piece of toast.
Maybe every
Mexican Jesus. Chicken nugget or something. I don't know.
saw him in a tortilla.
Yeah. There we go.
There's literally a divine tortilla in this episode. Oh no!
Holy guacamole, guys!
Oh, jeez, Jesus Christ! I think that's a good place to wrap it up. I think we're all feeling a little more #blessed after this episode. So, until next week, this has been These American Gods. I'm Tim Pickerel.
I'm Sarah Pickerel.
And I'm Mike Davron.
And don't get your dick bit off. See you next week. For more of These American Gods and other videos from Onyx Edge Studios, like up this video, consider smashing that subscribe button, and maybe click that little bell so you'll get notified every time we upload a video. See you next time.